Welcome back to my channel for another video. So this week we're looking at how to implement a stop loss when you're in a green position. Okay, now this is a really good idea to secure profits. Remember, the first rule is always to secure your profits, protect your investment, protect your capital. Okay, that is the number one rule. So when you're in a green position and you feel as though, in this instance, you feel as though resistance is starting to be breached and you feel as though you're starting to get squeezed, it's always a good idea to put a stop loss in, because, you know, in this instance it was £171. At one stage it was up 240. I implemented my stop loss and I secured 170. And sometimes that's what it's all about. Isn't it better to secure 170, you know, instead of maybe allowing that to pull back too far and just coming out with 100? So if it's something that you haven't explored, you know, at least explore it, and then you can at least say that you've explored the possibility and it doesn't suit your trading style. But you will see in this video, you know, I explain why I've implemented the stop loss, and you know, it's a wonderful opportunity to secure a profit, you know, and then you can just sit there and you can relax, knowing that the minimum that you're going to get out of this trade is, in this instance, 171. Okay, so before we crack on with the video, make sure that you smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So again guys, I hope you enjoy this week's video. Okay, so there is my entry. Okay, right there. So that's where I've entered. Okay, so my entry was based on price action and my overall trade was based on patterns that I've identified over a period of time. Okay, so the reason that I've done this video today is because I thought it'd be interesting to show you a strategy that I use in terms of when I come into a green position and I put a stop loss in the green. So this was quite a slow trade. So this is it's the European Open, okay, and I am trading the Dow Jones on the European Open, and I thought it'd be interesting just to put this out and show you, you know, some of the tools that are available to you on your platform. And it's a really good idea to put a stop loss in when you're in the green, because sometimes you can end up, you know, being in a negative net position if you just hold it. So I thought it was a really good idea to put a stop loss in the green. So this trade at the moment, I'm holding this. Okay, so you're asking yourself, why is he holding it? He was down £90 there just a minute ago. Well, history repeats itself time and time again, and I've said on my channel, I trade two patterns. There's two patterns that I trade, and they happen time and time again, and I've watched the market for so long that I can now recognize these pattern formations. So I know when to hold and I know when to get out. So in this instance, this for me, I know from historical data that I should definitely hold this position, and I am going to hold it. Now if this went to about 150 negative, I would get out. I would take the loss because I know that the trade would be going against me. However, I know that I can hold this. You know, history has told me that I can hold this, and I can sit here quite comfortably. And you can see that it's an extremely slow trade. So on this particular day, I would say that there wasn't a great deal of volume in the market because there's not much volatility here at all. It's very slow, and it's moving sideways quite a lot. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes too much volatility can scare traders, you know, and it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. So sometimes these slow trades gives you more time to digest what's happening in front of you. So it's not too quick. And you know, you can sit here and you can complete your analysis, you know, in a more relaxed atmosphere, because the volatility is not going to distract you. You can literally just sit here and watch the candles. And then what you can see here happening is, yes, the Dow is pulling back, but it is making a new high, and it's pulling back and it's making a new high, and it's pulling back and making a new high. So for that reason, I will sit here and I will hold this for the time being quite happily. And you know, the way the stock is performing at the moment, you know, it's a classic formation in terms of the formations that I trade to. So I know that I can sit here and I'm already up, you know, 60 odd pounds, but I reckon I can get a little bit more out of this. I know when to pull the plug, and I know when to set my stop loss in profit, but now isn't the time to do that, okay? Because as you can see, it's really starting to have bullish momentum now, okay? The green candles are very prominent, and they're big and they're thick, and the momentum is all on the upside. So I'm happy just to hold this for now and see where it goes, but I will look to put a stop loss in pretty soon. And it's all about protecting your capital, okay? It's all about protecting your capital and protecting the profit that you're in a position. So it's a great feeling when you put a stop loss in and you're in the green, right? It's a great feeling because you know that. So just say, for example, it was £100 that you set the stop loss at. It's a wonderful feeling just sitting here watching a trade, knowing that the worst case scenario is that you're gonna make £100. All right, it's a wonderful feeling. But as you can see, you know, it's extremely bullish now, and the volume is starting to flow into the market now. That's basically 23 minutes into the European Open. Okay, sometimes it takes 20 minutes before the volume truly starts to flow, and that'll be investors being skeptical or the rhetoric being risk off. Okay, so by the looks of it, it was definitely risk off at the start because there was somewhat of a sell-off, and now, you know, it's starting to go bullish. Okay, so what we will look to do now pretty soon, I'm gonna put this stop loss in here. Okay, so I'm gonna set my stop loss. I'm gonna set it at £171, right? So that's set now. So I now know no matter what is gonna happen here, I am definitely gonna make £171 guaranteed because I've set my stop loss. Now the reason that I've set my stop loss is because it is starting to slow down, and I do feel as though I'm starting to get squeezed a little bit here. So I don't think I'm going to get much more out of this, to be perfectly honest with you. And what I'm saying is absolutely spot on, because look, it's starting to find resistance. You know, you've got that little red candle there, and I could get stopped out at any moment, and there you go. So, as my mentor once said, Zed Monopoly, he says, it's a robbery. You get in and you get out. Okay, and it's a wonderful metaphor, isn't it? Because when you think about it, you know, when a bank robber goes into the bank to rob the money, he doesn't wait around, does he? He gets what he can, and then he's back out. Okay, and it's the same principle. It's the same principle with what we're doing here. The only difference is what we're doing here is not illegal. You know, the worst case scenario for us is that we lose our money instead of going to jail. Okay, so it's a wonderful metaphor that Zed used. You know, it's a robbery. Get in and get out. Okay, so as I said at the start of this video, if you've not explored the possibility, you know, give it a try. Okay, it's a wonderful feeling to secure profits. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling, and you can just sit back and relax knowing that the minimum that you're going to get is the X amount. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Again, hopefully I've brought some awareness to something that you maybe hadn't considered. And as usual, guys, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me at my Instagram, which is sambora.00. Have a good week, guys.